With the heater, 9mm, go loco with the heater, 9mm.
What's up, y'all? It's AYT Unstoppable again. Third video of the day. It's an all new personal record. Wow. Anyway, let's go on the hunGRYninJAZ channel. Yes, I've had 4 videos up there where it was just a long ass rant, but that was really just me recording one video. I just had to separate the 4 videos because it's that long. But anyway, they have a mixture of stuff in it, most of it Yu-Gi-Oh. Now we're down to the nitty gritty. Here goes the 4th video. This probably is where some real rants come in. Alright, I play Yu-Gi-Oh. I play X-Saber. You know one thing I really dislike? Take a wild guess. Uncommons. You don't really have to, you don't want to. But take a wild guess. I'm going to tell you anyway. And it's not net deckers. Even though that does sort of piss me off. But it's not net deckers. It's people who think they're always right. Or it's in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's people that think they're always right. Or if you try something different or not use a card they don't use, automatically you're a bad player, or you think they're just terrible, all that kind of stuff. One prime example, I saw this guy on TCG Player, his post on the X-Saber post was like, well, I was having trouble with my tournament, I finished one part was 3-3, so blah blah blah. And I was like, well, my friend had X-Saber deck with no Empress Blade. He was running 2 Guardsmen. He only had 1 loss. And I'm like, then I'm just typing up there because I read it. I'm like, does it really matter that he had no Empress Blade and 2 Guardsmen? Because really, X-Sabers are so good right now. You could do anything you want with the deck and still do pretty darn good. I mean, really good. You could, if you make, as long as it's a pure X-Saber deck. Now, if you can't get all the X-Saber shit to make it pure, then the few replacement cards that you use, Giant Rat, or the low dollar card like using Raikou for extra Rescue Cat bait, or Neospatian Panther or stuff like that. But outside about 4 or 5 cards, some people try Hamster. Outside a few cards, you can still do good with X-Saber no matter, even if you don't have Empress Blade. Well, then I get this next comment, and then this guy says, well, it does matter because you know that's how you can tell when it's a bad player. Right there. Right fucking there. Oh, I use 2 Guardsmen. You're a bad player. Why? Because I use 2 Guardsmen? First of all, Guardsmen is underestimated. That's from the get-go. Trust me, I played with 2 Guardsmen in the deck. I played with 1 Guardsmen in the deck. It's underrated because I can kick some major ass. Matter of fact, my deck, I got a 2nd Dark Soul. Took out my Guardsmen for that Dark Soul. My deck hasn't worked right since because Dark Soul can, unlike Organite, can be used for any synchro. You can summon level 6, level 7, any of them. Great Black Rose Dragon usage. Seriously. I mean, instead of being forced to use maybe 3 monsters to make Black Rose Dragon, or using just or using Apollo and Fultra, or using a Shul with freaking Wayne, with a Guard Striker Wayne, you could just sink it with a level 3 and boom. And then gains 200 attack for each X-Saber on the field. Do you know how easy it is to get to that? Some Mr. 2,000 attack points? It's easy. I mean, really easy. Then, there's this other prick that that said, I just don't use Cold Wave. I don't like Cold Wave. He's like, oh, you shouldn't be playing Saber. How can you be playing Saber without Cold Wave? Bitch, you don't have to have Cold Wave. I hate Cold Wave. I mean, I hate it to the highest extent of the law. I refuse to use that card. It's on the list of cards I refuse to use. And that list consists of Judgment Dragon, Cold Wave, Honest. I refuse to use either of those cards. It don't matter what else it said. I refuse wholeheartedly. because I hate those cars. I'm probably gonna release my first segment of OG Willikers. As soon as I can find that voice, that little kid saying OG Willikers. Because there are so many old cars in this game that they took forever to decide the limit and took forever to decide to ban when this list finally came out. That is ridiculous. And I'm like, I've been using this car for years and all of a sudden now it's good. Something don't add up. But anyway, that's like some stuff that really pissed me off. I'm like, you can do different stuff. Alright, I can understand you don't want to use Saber Vault. I can understand why you say you can't use Saber Vault. But you're just gonna totally thrash a person for wanting to fucking use it, or if they want to test it. Matter of fact, that last major tournament, I think it was once some. That last major tournament in Virginia, motherfucker top 32 of his X-Saber with Saber Vault. My bad, there is a deck. Ooh, one Ember's Blade. Believe it or not, one Ember's Blade. One. Can you believe it? One Ember's Blade? He used a fissure. Ooh. What else? Mocking the Gadgets won the whole thing. Infernities came in second. 2 X-Saber decks finished third and fourth. Pretty good tournament, my addition. And that was pretty good. I was happy to see that kind of disparity in the deck types, that kind of diversity. It was a great tournament, I must say. So I guess I can call this video X-Saber Rant. Long run. And I actually got all I wanted to say out in probably less than 5 minutes. Unless I have more to say. I don't think I have more to say. Alright, as you can see, I've been shuffling my deck a lot and just pulled out practice hands. I guess I can show you how one hand will work, maybe the way I think about playing cards. You can look at it, look at what I'm about to do now, and like go through what you would do with this hand to begin with. As far as if you're just assuming the next 2 turns what you would go with in this hand. Alright, starting off, you got this. Alright, draw. Now, I'm really hoping I'm going second. If I'm not going second, I'm going to end my turn and go second. And let my opponent do his stuff. Unless I'm playing Infernities. But if you're not playing Infernities, you get a hand like this, I suggest you wait a turn. Because more than likely your opponent's going to. Nowadays, the trend of people, they're going to set one monster and set one spell trap. Okay. And once they do that, or they might summon a monster attack you. Okay. Once they do that, you draw. You get. Now I got full hand. Like, you see this hand? Let me put it this way. You see this hand? Okay. What I'm going to do is first start off playing Heavy Storm. Most people don't play Threatening Roar anymore or Wobble Cruiser. Therefore, it's not going to help. Therefore, since nobody plays their face down cards, are going to help. Probably isn't going to counter or change. So you play your Heavy Storm. Summon your Bogart Knight. Then you summon Arabella. Then you drop your Fall Trolls. And unless by some edge of imagination your opponent if you're facing Mocking the Gadget, your opponent probably doesn't have it. But by some stretch of imagination, your opponent has Gores. Then it might be a problem. But outside of that, I say you might want to sync these two off for Arabella. You know, bring both of these back, and basically that's game. Bring Arabella back and overnight, and that's basically game. That's one hand. That was like an incredibly lucky shuffle and draw. I'm not stacking any of this, I'm just shuffling my deck and getting the hand. for practice because I'm really bored right now. I'm just trying to extend this video.